Hello, friends online. I just wanted to share a little bit, kind of like an update, on where I'm at in my lifelong journey of, you know, getting better, becoming less of a piece of shit. um, it's been a rough week. If you are here from Facebook, then you know, like that, I struggle with chronic illness and God, the rain in St. Louis that has just been coming, like the barometric pressure changes, like, I guess make my intestines swell and then I can't digest food, which is really cool, body. Like, who thought that should work that way? Like, why is that even a possibility? It's stupid, really. But I've kind of, if I'm being really honest with myself, I've let it be an excuse to not be disciplined because I'm like, but my body hurts. I don't wanna. And like, um, I realized that like making that excuse for myself and not truly holding myself accountable actually just made me feel more subconsciously shitty. And I feel like perpetuated my general malaise. And when I could push through like I did today and just be like, look, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're sick. You're sick all the time. Get the fuck over it. Which, you know, I'd probably be nicer to an other person outside of myself. But for me, I guess I just, like, am used to that. So that's what I need. Like, hey, get off your lazy butt. Do your chores that you need to do. And I mean, I guess it helped. It helped having responsibilities for Aiden and his summer break. Like, I'm teaching him. We're going through a pre-algebra workbook, a geography workbook, and a science workbook. And so it helped knowing like, hey, I need to do this for him. And so like he slept in really late today. He slept until like 9:45 or something. This kid's up at 6:30 a.m. like on the dot every day. But we had a fun beginning of summer weekend where we had late nights where he was up till like 10 on Saturday night or something. And it just, for a kid whose bedtime is 8 o'clock, that's pretty late. And so yeah, he was all out of whack. And so I realized today that I could use that as an excuse to not start our summer academic like plan. But I didn't want to do that because it would feel good now to be lazy, but worse in the long run to be delayed in our schedule, to feel like I let his education slide because of my own laziness. I would only make me more infuriated with myself, right? So I stuck with that. We got through it. There was a meltdown, of course, because unfortunately when you have a human who is really, really, really gifted at math, like years and years beyond his age, when you teach him a new math he doesn't know, he gets mad that he doesn't know it because he feels not as smart. And it definitely, you know, you can tell a child, hey, don't build your identity around what you can do for others or how you can feel impressive to others, but they're not gonna really get that yet. But it's good, I guess, to plant the seed. But you know, unfortunately, he does hold a lot of his identity in someone who's good at math. I mean, when you are a 10-year-old doing high school math, that, of course, it would become an admirable part of your self identity. But in contrast, then when you are met with challenges in what's supposed to be flawlessly easy for you, it's not always a good ride. You know, it's kind of embarrassing, and I know that as being someone who is also very gifted in math, and I mean, it was when I when I got to calculus, it made me cry, and I decided I hated math because I didn't get it. But anyways, yeah, so I don't know. I think seeing my son struggle and loving him through that, um, teaching him to give himself that bit of time that he needs to re regulate, to talk kindly to himself and think through things logically after the big emotions have passed, like, and just get back to it. And then he did great. He got them all right. So, just doing that with myself too, finding that balance between not letting myself off the hook, and like still building that dedication, mastering discipline for myself, while also holding space for the human bits that may take a little longer or maybe a little messy. I think really a lot of people's hangups, at least from my own experience, has been judging the parts that are messy and human, that aren't perfect, the parts that mess up or respond poorly or feel weird things. And like, when we judge ourselves for that and don't really allow it to process, it kind of just builds up, and eventually the dam can break, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to share a little bit, because I know I've kind of been not really like talking to a lot of people. When I have a social weekend, I can't, like, I don't know. A lot of people have been messaging me, and so here's my update. Here's my update. I'm sorry. It's been a lot. I have this great, you probably can't see in the dark, but I have a rash on my neck for some reason. Yay, mast cell activation syndrome. So dumb, so dumb. Who decided that bodies could just be like, hey, nothing's happening, but I'm gonna pretend like we're having an allergic reaction, and that's just gonna happen? It's like, why is that possible? I've been having this argument with myself about infinite possibility. Like, is it really that cool or great when it gives us things like, my fucking body can just decide to go into anaphylactic shock for, like, no reason? Or like, hey, genocide's a thing. Thanks, infinite possibility. I would probably be better with fewer possibilities, if we're being perfectly honest. Like, sure, infinity is cool, I guess, but do we really need all these options? Sometimes enough is enough. You go too far. And okay, I'm done rambling. Maybe. I don't know. I'm done for this video, at least. I might make another one. But, I don't even remember what all. This is about a lot of things, I guess. Just a general life update, I guess. Yeah, so I hope everyone is having a good beginning of summer, and that you put on sunscreen, because the sun is brutal. I, like, stepped outside for an hour the other day and got burnt on my face, so. Yeah. Be safe, everyone. Don't let the sun kill you. Bye.